okay? Please, leave you.
Moira, is Kyle with you? Have you seen him?
Supposed to be with you, Amy.
I know where he was. I turned me back for like 1 second and he was gone.
What do you mean, gone?
What do you think I mean? I've left Nate searching the village. I thought maybe he had walked back up to the farm. I didn't know what to do.
All right, okay. He won't have gone far. We'll find him, you'll see. Hurry up, jump in.
Hey, it's okay, Kyle. It's only me. Hey, can you hear me now? Let's get you out of here, shall we?
Still nothing. I've looked everywhere I can think of.
Shall I phone the police? What if someone's taken him?
You said you were with Nate when he disappeared. Where exactly were you?
Amy!
Kyle!
Oh, my God, Kyle! Are you okay?
You all right?
It's been ages since I visited him.
Me too.
He'd hate what happened to you.
I'm not so keen about it either.
Probably want to kill that scumbag with his bare hands.
Except, doesn't make things right, does it?
Don't you want him to suffer?
There's no amount of revenge that could ever take this nightmare away.
I should have been there for you.
Like you say, it's my fault. I shouldn't let him in.
I didn't mean that. I was angry. What he did to you, it's disgusting.
Aaron told me how down you've been about this, Rob. But we can't let it eat away at us. All I can do is try and get on with my life. Or else he's won, hasn't he?
How can you be so brave?
Trust me, I'm not. But don't you see? I have to find something good in all of this. I think Dad'd get that.
Look, Dad might not be here for you anymore. But I am.
What were you doing running off like that?
I wanted to play.
I know, but I didn't know where you were, did I? You could have been hurt.
How did he even start it?
Keys being left in the ignition, you know.
He's a lucky lad. If you hadn't found him, it could have been much worse.
It's a nasty cough.
I don't feel well.
Don't think it's the fumes, do you?
Carbon monoxide can be very toxic.
Shall we take him to the hospital?
Yeah, come on, wee man. You'll be all right.
Looking back, Jacob did seem a bit moody. But we just thought it was all part of growing up, you know? He had this, he was meant to have this girlfriend, Liv. His emotions were all over the place, just normal teenage stuff, we thought. And yet May was working on him all along. How could I miss the signs?
Maybe because you weren't looking for them.
Mm-hmm. I thought May was just being nice. I thought that I was lucky to have such a wonderful girlfriend. And all along she was grooming my son right under my nose. What must he have been going through?
It's only natural to feel you let him down.
I should have realised, shouldn't I? I'm his dad. I'm there to protect him. I failed on that big time, didn't I?
And how does that make you feel?
How do you think that makes me feel?
I don't need to ask obvious questions. I'm just interested to know how this has affected you.
That's just the thing. I actually don't know how I feel. Angry. Betrayed. Guilty.
I know this isn't easy to face. But trust me, letting those feelings out will help.
Right. Got another job for you. Clear out the furniture of room 6. Some numpty's dropped a bottle of red wine all over the carpet. Needs a deep clean. You can leave the bed. Manage that?
Do I have a choice?
You might. You have the option of talking to David. I know you're still angry, but the longer you leave it, the harder it gets.
That go for you as well, does it? Thought not. So it looks like I'm shifting wardrobes, doesn't it?
I hope he's not giving you grief about today.
No, I won't blame him after what I did.
And you're facing up to that. That's more than a lot of people do, believe me. And if you're ready, I think we should probably think about leaving.
Actually, Frank, I'd rather do this on my own.
What? I want to be there for you.
Yeah, I know that you mean well, but I just want to get today over with.
And I understand that, but if this is the last time I get to be close to you for a while, I'm not wasting a second.
I called it.
And you can get in it if you want, but I warn you, I won't be far behind. We are doing this together.
You stopped feeling sick, so that's a good sign.
Let the doctor do his job. Cal's in the right place, so if there's anything wrong, we'll find it.
Chest is clear, breathing's good. Have you had any headaches at all?
No.
And you think he was only exposed to the engine fumes for a few minutes?
He was only missing for about 15, maybe 20 minutes at the most. Why? Could that be serious if there is something wrong?
From what I've seen, there's no indication of carbon monoxide poisoning.
So he's going to be okay?
I'll take some bloods just in case, but yes, I think he's going to be fine.
Thank you.
Can't tell you how worried I've been about him. If anything had happened.
Well, maybe you should have thought of that before you let him wander off.
What? Oh, so now I'm not fit to be trusted with him, is that it? You were the one who was stressing about wanting to do your work. I was doing you a favour.
And I feel terrible for that. And I'll tell Kane as much.
What do you mean? You heard the doctor. Kyle's going to be fine.
Amy, that doesn't change what happened. And I know I'm as much at fault as anyone else, but no, I'm sorry. Kane has a right to know what happened to his own son.
Please, Moira. I've only just got Kyle back in my life. You know as well as I do that Kane will stop us from seeing him. I can't lose him again.
Maya must have filled his head with all kinds. Telling him how special he was. How much more she wanted to be with him than she did with me.
And that wounded you?
Yeah, that wounded me. I know he's inexperienced and he's young and I really don't want to think bad of him. But how could he do this to me? You know, that... Unless she'd brainwashed him.
The alternative being?
That being with her was more important than hurting me. I'm his dad. I'm that bad a father that he'd choose to hurt me. I mean, I know I've not always got things right, but did I deserve this? The things he said to me, it's driven me to the edge. I've got so angry with him, I could...
There's no shame admitting you're angry with him.
Oh. I'm angry with him. I know he's a kid, but he's betrayed me.
Then let's talk about that.
What is there to say? Listen, I can't be angry with him, okay? He's my son, no matter what. Maya's the abuser. She did this. And I'm just the fool that believed her lies. Now, if that's not confirmation of how pathetic I am, I don't know what is.
Why do you think that?
Because I leap from one failed relationship to another. Falling too hard, too fast. Living in some stupid, loved-up bubble. I never learn. Well, this has really taught me a lesson on it.
You feel like this is some sort of punishment?
Well, what else is it, eh? My son sleeping with my girlfriend.
And if Maya were here now, sat in this chair, what would you say to her?
I tell her I wish I'd never met her. That because of her, I might never have a relationship with my son again. And that she deserves to rot in prison for what she did.
Don't know about you, but I'm starving. Do you fancy out from the cafe? Thought you supposed to be sorting that exhaust. Yeah, well, stripped it down. I'm just waiting for the parts to arrive. What have I told you about locking up? I did lock it, I swear. Keys in my pocket, see? It's been forced. What, I'd do that?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I told you, I locked up. You're not blaming this on me.
Well, you were here, so it's down to you. You better hope that nothing's been taken from in there, because it's coming out of your wages.
Are you going in? What if we did it? It's still in there.
Then that's the second mistake they've made today.
Nate, what are you doing here?
Couldn't stop thinking about Kyle. Wanted to make sure he was okay.
Thank you. I need all the fans I can get right now.
What do you mean? Something wrong?
Moira's on about telling Kane, isn't she?
Why? What happened was an accident.
Doesn't matter. This is Kane we're talking about. Any excuse to prove what a rubbish mum I am.
That's not true. How was that? I'll back you up.
Back us up how? Whichever way you look at it, I lost Kyle. There's nothing I could say to Kane to stop him from going mad, and do you blame him?
Then talk to Moira. She's the mum. Surely she'll understand.
Well, obviously not. I don't want to argue in front of Kyle. Besides, maybe Moira's right. I messed up. Maybe Kane does need to know.
We can talk to Diane together. It makes more sense you staying here with the extra room and...
You can keep an eye on me, right?
I get to be the big brother you deserve. So I've got a lot of making up to do, wouldn't you?
You won't hear me arguing.
Take it moving back in then.
Oh, only if it's okay with you and Liv.
Of course it is. Tell her. She needs to be around her family.
You are welcome here anytime, you know that. I'm glad you talked to her.
I'm glad you made me see some sense. Been an idiot. Arrogant, judgmental.
Can I get that in writing?
I'll get it tattooed across my forehead if that's what it takes.
Please take him up on that.
Now I'm happy to settle for no more threats or stupid attempts at revenge.
Deal.
So, if nothing's been taken, what do you reckon happened with the door? I mean, I know we can see it's been jemmied. You've not,
No what?
you know, had a run-in with anyone lately? Someone who might be out to prove a point?
Why don't I have a word with your mate, Taz? See if he's got anything to do with this.
Well, you know, let me know if I need to be on my guard. I want some knucklehead taking it out on me, do I?
Dan.
Sure.
There you are. I was beginning to wonder.
Sorry, I got hungry.
Well, I could have knocked something up for you across the road. Unless you were trying to avoid me after what I said earlier. And you'd be right. I was being a hypocrite.
I don't blame you wanting to make things right between us.
But it goes for me as well, I know. I admit I don't agree with some of the stuff that David has done, but he always had your best interest at heart.
Then maybe you should listen, instead of treating me like I'm still a kid. I care about Maya. Why is that so hard to believe?
Do you want me to state the obvious?
Oh, that's all anyone says. She's too old, or that she groomed me. I love her. I want to be with her.
So, you would jeopardize your whole relationship with David, your father? Is that a price you're willing to pay?
If he really cared about me, he'd understand.
And whilst you're moping around feeling sorry for yourself, do you know where he is right now?
I don't know, do I?
He's in a meeting with a therapist, prepared to do anything he can not to lose you. Does that sound like somebody who doesn't care?
I was tidying a few things and I sort of got carried away. I just thought I'd try and crack that level Leo couldn't do. I know I should have probably let him do himself, but...
Don't be sorry. I know I'm a bit unpredictable at the moment, but that's really sweet of you to think of Leo.
God. So, where do you stand on obvious gestures? Because I got you these. It's my way of saying sorry for the whole Nate thing. I completely got the wrong end of the stick.
They're beautiful, thank you. You're not the only one who should be apologising, though. Look, I know I'm erratic at the moment, and I am trying not to be, believe me. And then something happens, and up I go.
Oh, can't say I've noticed.
If there's any consolation, you're not the only one who's getting it in the neck, OK? Just ask Pearl.
Yeah, well, maybe we should start a support group.
I won't blame you. You do know that I love you, don't you?
I love you too.
Good. Well, now we've established that, maybe we should do something tonight to celebrate. You, me and Leo.
I'd like that.
Me too.
Ah, Frank. I heard that Megan was in court today.
Were you hoping that they threw away the key, by any chance?
Guess that answers that. Managed to avoid a custodial sentence, huh?
Yeah, I don't know how. I really thought I was going to prison. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. What I did was...
Water under the bridge. You did the right thing. Face the consequences, that's all that matters. I hope that you can now move on with your life.
Thank you. I intend to.
Is it me, or did he just say that?
He did. I don't know why. I mean, I've deserved more than a suspended sentence and community service, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people who think that too.
Hey, if Eric can forgive you, then you should think about forgiving yourself. Besides, who cares what people think? You're here. That's all that matters. And if you ask me, it calls for a celebration.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't mean now. We should leave the village, book a hotel. Better still, a spa. Yeah, somewhere you can relax and...
Pretend it never happened. It'll take more than sitting in the sauna to do that.
I want to make the most of having you back where you belong. That's all.
You've already done enough, and I am really, really grateful.
Oh, where's Mummy?
Oh, Eliza, come here, darling. I was going to ring you.
Oh, no, it's all right. Frank beat you to it. He's told me everything, and I'm really glad for you. And Eliza. She needs you in her life, not...
Yeah, well, I won't argue with that. As far as I'm concerned, I've been given a second chance, and I don't intend to waste it.
Well, that sounds perfect. Starting with the three of us, going home and having our own little tea party. So, why don't we, come here, choose our favourite cakes, and then we can spoil Mummy Robin.
You sure he's okay? Seems very quiet.
Well, the doctor said his blood tests were all right. We'll just have to keep an eye on him.
I called the school earlier, by the way. Said that he felt sick.
And Kane? Did you call him while you were at it?
Look, I wish there was another way. I really do. But if Kane finds out from anyone else...
No, this is none of my business, but this was an accident.
Please, Moira, you don't have to do this.
I'm not blaming anyone if that's what you think.
Don't tell him. Do you really think Amy deserves to be punished for what happened?
No, of course I don't.
What about Kyle? Is any of this fair on him?
What's going on? What are you doing here?
Nothing. I was just...
She just popped in to see Kaya. We bumped into each other earlier. I told her how he was asking after her.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't give a bit more notice.
Oh, well, you're here now, aren't you?
Thank you. I can't tell you what this means.
Well, let's just hope he doesn't find out from anyone else. Or believe me, we will all live to regret it.
A house rich in secrets. Head to 18th Century Delhi for new drama Beecham House, starting this Sunday at 9, continuing Monday. And Rob Lowe is back tomorrow night at 9 as Wild Bill continues, and a mysterious stranger could hold the clue to an unsolved case. Catch up on ITV Hub. Next, though, spend time with Her Majesty's Cavalry.